So one more thing I do want to do, as I say, let me know in the comments box below about whether that should have a tube over the top, or if that is just fine. I've actually dug out the new points and condenser plate and the bolt and the nut that we ordered, and we're just going to put that in situ for now. So I just need to whip that cover off and then we'll get that fitted. That's the other thing, we'll get the oil sensor fitted too. Alright, just going finger tight for now. Right, that's nicely in, still in the top dead centre. So in theory that one should fit behind. I'll leave that loose, go to the sensor. Right, so I just need a couple of screws and we'll put that in place. Again on this, all fairly loose fit, so I can move it. Now for the nut, which slots across. And lastly the bolt. Again, just finger tight for now. That's the sensor in behind, so I just tuck that in. Happy with how that looks. And I'll just stick the cover plate on. And then we'll be back on the airbox. Right, so as you join me now, it's actually 2 days later. The brackets are actually dry. Actually come out quite well. Considering the age of the metal, quite pleased with how that's come out. One thing I did want to ask, I've gone through the manual. Obviously it's difficult looking at manual pictures because they show you the complete, everything in place. And it's not a very good, sometimes they're not very good photos. The feature picture doesn't help me at all. This bracket, I know it fits on, as you're sitting on the bike, the left hand side of the battery box, so it'll sit like that. I've worked out that there's a bolt that goes through this hole here where my finger is, with a rubber mount with a sleeve. I can't work out where this one goes to. If anybody of you can help me out on that one, if you've got some photos, that will be a great help. If you want to email me, you can get hold of my email address through YouTube. If not, pop across to my Facebook page, link in the description. Drop me a couple of photos over there. I really appreciate a close-up photo of how that actually fits. I say, I know it fits through here, which fits into the top of the battery box, so that I know is right. It's just this one. I can't work out what connects to that or what it connects to. Everything else I'm familiar with, not a problem. But as I say, it is just that bolt. Right, so as I say, moving forward, the actual airbox brackets come out good. As I say, not brilliant, but a lot of it is down to the age of the metal. So we're going to move on and put these brackets in place, mock up the airbox and get that in situ so I can get an idea and an understanding. I did do a couple of bits after shooting, but not very much. I'll show you what I've done. So I've actually put the rear mud guards back in place and the back part of the mud guard. The battery box at the moment is just loosely in place. We move around to the other side. I'll put this bracket in situ. Right, so I know that top hole has a rubber mount and lines up there. It's just this one. Does it actually fit a rubber mount through there, and a bolt just goes through to hold it in place? If you can let me know, I really appreciate it. I think it does, looking at it again, because obviously these three are the side panel grommet mounts, so it could be a rubber grommet with a bolt through and a washer just to hold that in place. But if you could let me know, that would be great. Right, so all that's left to do, I'm actually going to slide them in place and then put that on the bike. Easier than I thought. Alright, so I've got some bolts, I've got some washers, so I'll move you around and we'll get that in place. Alright, so I've temporarily just taken out the brackets because it is quite tight. Again, just finger tight for now. It's just primarily to get the idea of how everything goes back together, how it fits, what it looks like, does it line up. Have fun trying to get the carbs back in. But no, happy with how that's come out. Say it's not in brilliant condition, but it does. I say it didn't have an airbox when I got it. It was well, some really old nasty conicals. But no, so I got done a fair amount on this one. So I had to split it into two, but glad we got the points all in position. As I say, let me know whether that actually needs a slide. Actually over the centre of it. Yeah, it's a bit scuffed there, but it's an original, so that's the main thing. As I say, this isn't going to be a pristine condition restoration, considering it's my first one. It's just going to be as best as I can get it. But no, happy with how everything's coming out. As I say, I've still got some more work to do on these. That's why I've left it loose, so I can just take that off. At least the parts are starting to oh, that was the other one I actually had a look at as well. The actual tool tray, again, need to clean up. But it just slots onto the back of the battery box. I've probably got some Kawasaki tools, so they'll go in there as well. As I say, that just needs a good clean, so I'll take that out ready for cleaning. As I say, let me know on that. I actually did have a look last night and I found one and they wanted 150 quid for it, so I might go across to a regulator rectifier. But again, let me know if anybody's done that. I say I've certainly got on the bracket. I've certainly got the space for a reg rack if it comes to it. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. I hope that one was helpful. To say I'm learning as I go. It's hard to sometimes try and put things back when you don't know where they originally came from. One thing I do appreciate all the questions on the Z650. I'm getting a lot more questions of people that are actually similar to myself, first timers that are trying to learn. They're watching my videos. As I say, there is disclaimers now at every video. These videos are not how-to videos. This is a documentation of my journey through my first ever build. This is my first time. I must reiterate that. I am not an expert. I'm not a fully qualified mechanic. I'm learning as I go. I've made mistakes. I will make mistakes. It's to be expected. I'm not always going to get things right. I appreciate all the comments I get when they say you should have done it this way or try it this way. That is brilliant. That helps me learn and hopefully build and grow. The questions I'm getting are fantastic. Keep them coming. As I say, I'm getting emails where it's just like, I'm starting out. Can you help me? Where did you get this from? Where did you get that from? That I can help with. I can try and help with a little bit of the mechanical side. But as I say, I'm learning as I go through this build. This has taken quite some time, but it is the first time I've ever done a full strip down and rebuild. I'm learning where things go. I'm learning how things go back together. It is quite daunting sometimes and quite difficult. But with all your help and support, it's helped me to get to the stage I am. I'm really chuffed that the frame is back in. The exhaust manifolds are now on, the downpipes. It's starting to take shape as a bike, which is great. Obviously the wiring, yes, I'm going to have to go for a new loom, which is going to cost me 300-400 quid. That may take some time, obviously, because I need to save the money up. But we'll get as much done as I can. If I have to deviate and move across to something else while I'm saving the money, then we'll come back to the Z and finish that off. There's still plenty more to do. We've got the wheels to true and balance. I've still got the paintwork to do. So there is lots and lots to keep going on with. But as I say, any comments in the comments box below, I really appreciate your support. Keep them coming. Keep your comments coming. Keep your support coming. It really means a lot to me. It really does. One thing that really did please me is not long ago I went through 4,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. I'm so happy, you know, to get to that stage. Was, to some people look at it and go 4,000, that's nothing, but to me it's huge. It means a great deal. So really big thank you to everybody. Also a big thank you and shout out to my patrons. The support and help you give me is amazing, so really appreciate it. So thank you so much. But as I say, next episode we'll keep cracking on. We'll get a bit more done. It would be nice to actually get the carbs actually back in place with the manifolds from the Airbox into the back of the carbs into the inlet manifolds. But we'll see how things go. So as usual, thanks for watching. Join me again next time. Cheers. Bye.